Every morning felt like a silent battle I was losing. Not because I was tired, but because I was numb. I wasn't waking up to live, I was waking up to survive another day I didn't ask for. Dragging myself from my bed, scrolling through chaos, and pretending I was fine. I had energy, but no purpose. I had time, but no clarity. I kept telling myself, maybe tomorrow will be different. But it never was, because I kept waking up the same way, doing the same things, and expecting change to magically appear. Then one morning, I didn't do something extreme. I didn't run 10 miles or chug some motivation speech. I did something small, and it flipped a switch in my brain. From autopilot to fully alive. From reactive to intentional. From exhausted to centered. I didn't just wake up early. I built a morning system that gave me back my mind and changed how I live my entire day. Let me show you what I did. And maybe, just maybe, you'll feel the shift too. For a long time, I thought I was just lazy in the morning. Slow to start, bad at mornings. But it was deeper than that. Every time I opened my eyes, I felt like the day was already attacking me. I wasn't tired, I was already overwhelmed before I even left my bed. Not physically, mentally, emotionally. It's hard to explain to people who've never felt it. That quiet kind of burnout where nothing's technically wrong, but everything feels heavy. Like you're waking up to a life you didn't consciously build, just inherited. Responsibilities you didn't choose. Schedules that feel like cages. Dreams that belong to someone else. And no one around you questions it. They just say, drink some coffee, be productive, rise and grind. But I couldn't grind anymore because I didn't know what I was grinding toward. I had no North Star. No alignment between what I did and who I really wanted to become. So each morning became a quiet betrayal. I opened my eyes and abandoned myself all over again. They say the first hour of your day determines the quality of your life. But what if you're starting your day by losing a war against your own brain? It's not just about waking up early. It's about what greets you when you do. Noise, notifications, numbness, or something deeper? No one taught me that clarity is not something you find by accident. It's something you design on purpose before the world wakes up. Once I saw that, I realized my mornings weren't broken. They were just on autopilot. And autopilot doesn't lead to freedom. It leads to quiet resignation. I didn't change my mornings overnight. There wasn't some magical morning where I woke up full of fire, ran 5 miles, made a smoothie, and felt reborn. Number. It started slowly. From a place of frustration, not motivation. I was tired of waking up and instantly being behind. Tired of feeling like life was dragging me, not the other way around. So I decided, if my mornings are broken, maybe I need to rebuild them, from the ground up. Not a trendy routine. Not what Instagram influencers do. Just something real. Something I could actually stick to, even on days I didn't feel like getting out of bed. The first thing I changed was when I woke up. Not to feel superior. Just to finally have a moment of silence. I started waking up at 5:30 before the world got loud. And man, that silence. It was awkward at first, then comforting, then powerful. It became the one space where nobody was pulling at me. Just me, my mind, and my breath. For the first time in a long time, I could hear myself again. Then came the ice water. Yeah, I know, sounds like torture. And it kinda was. But that first splash? It shocked me back into reality. It reminded me, hey, you're alive, you can do hard things. It wasn't about being extreme. It was about breaking that loop of numbness I had been stuck in for so long. Comfort had made me soft, and soft had kept me stuck. So I fought back with cold. Then I started adding what I now call my anchor moments. I'd sit, breathe. Sometimes I'd pray. Sometimes I'd read something grounding. Sometimes I'd just stare out the window with my coffee and think. And for once, I didn't rush to be productive. I just tried to be present. No scrolling, no news, no pretending. Just me, trying to reconnect with who I actually am underneath the noise. After that came the journaling. Nothing deep, nothing poetic. 3 simple bullets. What I was grateful for. What would make today great? What I needed to avoid so I didn't sabotage myself. That last one, it hit hard, because I knew exactly what I did every day to ruin my peace. And writing it down made me honest with myself. Movement came next. Some mornings, I'd lift weights. Some, I'd just stretch or walk around the block. But every time, it reminded me, I'm not powerless. I can move forward literally. There's something about moving your body that shifts your mindset. It's like motion shakes off the dust from your thoughts. Like your blood tells your brain, we're awake now, let's go. And the hardest rule? No phone, not until after breakfast. Not even just checking. Because I knew once I opened that screen, my brain belonged to someone else. And if I wanted to reclaim my life, I had to reclaim the first hour of it. I stacked these habits slowly. Not all at once. And definitely not perfectly. But day by day, I started feeling different. Clearer. More in control. More me. This system didn't make me superhuman. It just made me present again. It reminded me that I get to choose how I show up. Not just for work or others, but for myself. And maybe that's what I needed all along. Look, I know what you might be thinking. Good for you, Alex. But I can't do all that. And you know what? I get it. I used to roll my eyes at routines like this too. They felt out of reach. Like they belonged to people with perfect lives, gym memberships, and emotional stability. But I promise you, I didn't start where I am now. I started broken, burnt out, and just a little desperate to feel like myself again. So let me give you the real advice, not the Instagram version. Don't try to change everything at once. I didn't overhaul my mornings overnight. I stacked them like Lego blocks. Day 1, I just woke up 30 minutes earlier than usual. Didn't even get out of bed right away, I just didn't touch my phone. That alone, game changer. Day 2, I added one line in a journal. Not 3, just one. Something like, I don't feel okay today, but I showed up. That was enough. Day 3, I splashed cold water on my face. I hated it. Still do. But it woke something up in me that sleep never could. What I'm saying is, momentum matters more than motivation. You don't need to feel inspired. You need to feel slightly more alive than you did yesterday. That's it. So here's what I suggest. Start with the smallest habit you secretly know you need. Maybe it's not checking your phone for 20 minutes. Maybe it's sitting in silence for 5. Maybe it's moving your body, just enough to remind yourself that you're still here. And if your brain fights you good, that means the old you is starting to feel threatened. That means change is happening. You don't need a miracle. You don't need a new identity. You just need one small shift and the courage to try again tomorrow. That's how I did it. That's how I still do it. And that's how you can start, too. If there's one thing I've learned from rebuilding my mornings, it's this. You don't become a new person by accident. You become one by design, by choice, by showing up again and again, especially when no one's watching. And your morning? That's your training ground. That's where you remind yourself, I'm not just surviving this life, I'm building it. Not perfectly, not without struggle, but intentionally. Every morning, you get a new chance to return to yourself, to redirect the ship, to say, today, I choose clarity over chaos. And you don't need to do it all at once. You just need to do it once, then again tomorrow. So here's my invitation. Try one thing, just one. Tomorrow morning, take back 10 minutes for yourself. And if you feel even 1% more focused, more grounded, or just less anxious, drop a comment and type 1%. That's how it starts. That's how it spreads. That's how we heal not just through motivation, but through small, sustainable wins. And if this helped you, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and share this with someone who wakes up every day feeling like a ghost in their own life. Maybe this video will be